And welcome back to the Grow Your Business series with Kim Guillory,
Emily Heyer,
and Malerie Veillon.
We are discussing how to grow your business, how to start your business if you want to become a business owner, if you've been trying on your own for a few years, or if you're moving from corporate into entrepreneurship. We're just answering very simple, basic questions about your messaging, your marketing, business strategy, structure. What is it required? What does it take to move from one to the other, or to just start a business from scratch? We've done it all. And this is part of a series where we're going to bring in all the topics of business. I like to say the 12 steps of business because there's a lot involved, right? Many of us think, oh, I'm going to get a certification and then I'm going to put it on my website. And then there's going to be a line of people and I'm going to have to really, worry about my schedule and can I serve them all? And that is just not how it's going to happen, guys. So today we are continuing. This is part 2 of marketing. So Malerie is our in-house marketing strategist for eSchool, and Emily is our in-house branding specialist for eSchool, and I am the business strategist for eSchool. So today's topic is going to be led by Malerie, and we are talking about the last video. If you guys watched it, if not, you can go back and see it. We talked about what, why, and what is the biggest problem. Like, what is marketing? Why is it important? And what do most people struggle with? Today, we're going to talk about the different components of marketing. So Malerie, whenever you have a new client coming in, they've not done any marketing. They don't know what it is. They think it's the sleazy car salesman thing, and they're like, oh, it's icky. I don't want to do it. I don't want to tell people. Where do you start? What are the components? How many parts do you think there are?
Let me go through those and then I'll count on my fingers. We have to know what is the specific problem that you're solving. That's one part, and that's huge. We have to know who is the one specific type of client that you're serving, because you should only be speaking to that one person. And we have to know what it is that you're doing, like how you're helping them solve that problem. So those 3 things tie in together to your messaging. Also involved in your messaging is your own personal experience and who you are in that process. Like, how you're the person for them. Like, how are you the guide to help them solve that problem for that specific person? That's 4 off the top of my head. I hadn't planned that one out in advance. You snuck that one in on me. Well, yeah, I'm going to go with 4 for now.
If I can come in with you on it, I love that, because it is what problem do you solve? Who do you solve it for? What makes you the authority? Right? So it's like, if you don't have a solution and you're not the authority, it's going to be kind of tough to market yourself. So are you complete?
Mm-hmm.
Let me go to Emily and talk about, what do you think is important when it comes to marketing from your expertise and your specialty?
I believe, because I've gone through it myself so much, is that there's a level of inner work that has to be done. So we get our certification, or we graduate from college, or we decide to become the business owner. And there's a huge jump from the old identity to that new identity. And if we don't do that work to step into that, then marketing is kind of for naught, because you're marketing something that isn't real to you yet. So there's this level of it's like answering our questionnaires for photography and for branding. When you work with us in eSchool, we ask you these questions of who, what, why, so that you can really get clear on it, so that you can actually represent yourself. Because if you don't have that clarity, then you're just saying, hey, I'm a coach, I can coach you on your problems. But if you don't really believe that you can serve them, or you don't have that personal work done, you haven't embodied it yet, then it's that much harder to really use the strategy to its fullest.
So I'd like to talk a little more about the embody it for those who don't know what embody means. So let's just say you're a coach or even a massage therapist, but you haven't really gotten the results from massage therapy or from coaching. Maybe you've gone to school, maybe you got a certification, maybe you took an online course, but you haven't actually, or you're not the product of that work. That's what embodiment means. It's in your body. viscerally, not just your thoughts, it's not just in your head, but it's like, it's an understanding that is within you, so much so that you're moving through life as that result. I think that's what is that what you're talking about? Yeah. And so when they come in and they're like, yeah, I'm a coach. I just want to, get my website and get my branding, but they don't feel confident in the problem that they solve. It creates a lot of dissonance. It's a disconnection. And so then they have imposter syndrome, and the rest of it is, what do we say? It's almost like the silent treatment. They ghost, they freak out, their nervous system shuts down. So what we do in eSchool is help them get clear on their message, understand what problem they solve, and become their best client. And I think the practicum is a big part of this.
Yeah. And, that's not to say that you can't start a business and help people unless you've been completely through your transformation yet. I just believe that you have to be doing it at some level so that you don't have that imposter syndrome holding you back. If you are actively working on yourself and serving your clients, you can make money and build your business. But you will feel like an imposter, like a sleazy salesperson, if you're trying to sell something that you don't have as a product yourself.
Yeah, you won't buy it yourself. You haven't tried it yourself. We're never going to arrive. So we're not saying that you have to be, oh, I'm this complete full product and I'm healed forever. That it's not like that at all. It's being in the active process of getting somewhere. Like you were here, now you're here. There's tons of people who you can help get there. So I love that you came back with that. What do you see is one of, let's say they're confident, they know what they do, they know who they help. What do you see next? Once they have the clarity, they know what the problems that they solve, they know who they solve it for, they know how they do it. What's the next problem or hurdle that they have to overcome, Malerie?
The next thing is they have to get comfortable putting that message out there. Like they have to gain the confidence of saying, I am the person who can do this for other people. Like I can help others transform through this process, and letting everyone see that, like claiming it. So not only assuming the embodiment part has already happened, claiming that and being able to speak it out loud to absolutely everyone, whether it's a new person or someone who has always known them as someone who hasn't had that result or is doing that work. I think that's that confidence part.
What's the biggest resistance to that, Emily? What do you see?
Oh, I see. If you've decided to help people with a very specific problem, and that problem is triggering to a lot of people, you don't want your Aunt Sally to read that you're helping people, have a better sex life, or if you're helping people connect to God and your best friend's an atheist, you're going to have those blocks in your mind of, well, what is she going to think about that? And, oh, I'm going to be excommunicated from my family if I come out with this thing I want to do. So that really, really stops a lot of it. And it triggers a lot of like emotional and physical problems that stops people from actually doing the marketing work.
Agreed. And sometimes it's that you've overcome some kind of hurt, but you're still like, it's family or friend, like it's a relationship that person's still there. And there's like a fear of what are they going to think? I see that a lot. I can't put this on social media because my mom's there, or my best friend from second grade is going to see it. I love to ask, like, who's they? Just tell me how many theys there are, because that usually brings us back into factuality. Like, what are the facts of that's really going on here? All right. So we're going to end this one here. Unless there's something else that you want to add, I'm going to just put in this. I'm going to put the link to the Simple Business Trifecta below here, because it is a product that covers all of this that we just talked about today. And so that product is an online digital course that's accessible. And then you can reach out to any of us if you have questions about it. Emily, Mallory, Mallory, you want to add something?
No, I'm good.
Good.
All good. Thanks for watching.
All right. Until the next one.